Live, but first to Art Harris, investigative journalist at artharris.com. Art, today, in the last hours, Ronald Cummings has broken his silence from behind bars. What did he say?
Nancy, he said that the focus of the investigation was not on him, but in finding Haley. That's what the police told him when they threw him on the ground and cuffed him. And that he was also asked, did he believe Misty knew anything about it? He said he wasn't sure, but didn't see how she could go that long and keep a secret.
Well, I have to agree with him on that. But I mean, Art, we just showed one example of how nothing she says makes any sense. She can never explain why her story differs every time she tells it. And Art, let's go back over what she said the child was wearing the night she disappeared, and then her discovery of that very outfit there in the home.
Well, I believe it was a pink outfit, Nancy, and then wasn't that in the wash afterwards? But I know there were a lot of other contradictions from where she said Haley was sleeping. At first it was on the bed with her, then it was on the mattress on the floor. There was talk that they looked under the bed, but how can you look under a mattress? A lot of contradictions in what Misty was saying that night, and it just didn't make sense. And her brother Tommy says he shows up, bangs on the door, no one's home. Misty says later she was asleep and didn't hear him. Just a lot of suspicions, Nancy.
We are taking to you, Art Harris. What's the status on custody?
I can tell you that the little boy, Junior, Haley's brother, was turned over to Mother Crystal Sheffield, and that she took her by.
Okay, Art, pause. Art, I have a question. I'm always suspicious of why doesn't a mommy get custody to start with? You think, as much as I love my husband, that over my dead body would I let them get custody of the children? Oh no, there will not be a divorce, Art Harris, much less a custody argument. So why did she lose custody to start with?
She was in court, and she testified that she had done drugs when she and Ronald were together, and she did not get custody. Ronald had custody, and in this case, they actually drug tested her before they turned over Junior and did a home evaluation, which she passed, Nancy.
You're telling me she lost custody because she didn't have a job? Did I just hear him say that? If he's convinced that Misty Croslin knows more or is even involved in the disappearance of his daughter, what is he doing out in the car with her selling dope, Art Harris?
Yeah, I can tell you that his family and Ronald tried to stay close to her and tried to psych her out. And I'm not unconvinced that the divorce wasn't a way to rattle her cage. Misty told a friend of hers that Ron's mother, we can ask her, actually appeared over her one night when she woke up, just staring at her. And so she felt the pressure from the family. And Ronald may well have seen himself as a double agent in a weird way. He defended her in public, but went after her in private.
Art, back to your last response. Why did the mother, Crystal Sheffield, lose custody of Haley and Junior to start with? Now she's got Junior back.
Bottom
is that
line,
a good thing?
Well, it is in the eyes of the court. At the time, Ronald was the one who had the job. He was the more stable parent in the eyes of the judge and could provide for the children. He had health insurance. Crystal did not have anything.
You know, Art, I'm really surprised with all the cases you've covered that you could even say that with a straight face. The mom loses custody because she doesn't have health insurance. You know, I'm going to let you rethink that for a moment.
It's a package, Nancy. Yeah, he had the package, he had the job, he had the health insurance, and he did not, under oath, admit to taking drugs or doing drugs in court. She did.
So you're basically telling me he was less doped up than her?
Well, basically.
Okay.